Oh, it's you. If you could just excuse me for one moment. There's something I have to do before I begin. Alright, let's see what we've got in here. Inhaler, cold and flu, paracetamol, pain relief, cold sore treatment, nasal spray, allergy tablets. Well, that might come in handy actually. Cream, more cream. As you can see, I'm very healthy as a human being. Mouth ulcer treatment, cream, stress ball, broke, tablets, Gav is gone, allergy, vapor rub, oh shit, Voltarol, plasters. No, nothing's good enough. Nothing's going to help me with this. I think we found the one. Woo! Oh boy. Get ready, folks. This one's going to be tough.
If you want to do your thing, you better stay true and don't you bend, you better. There are kings and queens within, you better.
Excuse me. Oh, it's got to clear my throat. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my extreme, epic, major fucking rant on War of the Worlds 2025. Fuck you, 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 fuck. The direct-to-streaming Amazon-produced movie starring everybody's favorite actor, Ice Cube! Ice Cube, motherfuckers! So, War of the Worlds starring Ice Cube. Directed, well, yeah, directed is a strong word. Directed by Rich Lee. Written by Kenny Gold, Mark Hyman, and H.G. Wells? Yeah, apparently based on the book. I don't buy it. A colossal invasion of Earth is coming in this off-kilter take on the legendary novel of the same name. Filled with present-day themes of technology, government surveillance, and privacy. Still not up to date with the plot, neither am I. I watched it, and it still didn't make sense. This movie is fucking awful! This is so bad. Oh my god. I went into this expecting a piece of shit. Oh, and I got a piece of shit. That's what I got. But it was even worse than I thought. This movie is not only an embarrassment to Amazon Studios, who throughout this movie seem to be self-promoting all the time, much like Disney used to do, but it is also an embarrassment to the film industry. This movie is constructed like a broken piece of paper. You're trying to tape the pieces back together, you're trying to glue it back together, but it doesn't quite fit, you know? It all boils down to the creative choices that they made. And for this movie, the choice that they made was to have a guy sat in front of a computer, typing away, going on video call for 90 minutes. Well done. Merry fucking Christmas. This movie is so boring. Boring. This is so boring. Honestly, 90 minutes never felt slower. Seriously, I was so bored throughout this piece of shit that I actually wanted to put on the 2005 movie. Yeah, the 2005 movie from Tom Cruise, which I reviewed the other War of the Worlds movies at some point. But that one wasn't amazing, but it was at least entertaining. This has no entertainment value whatsoever. I get the impression that this film was made during the lockdown where we had to socially distance, and yet for some reason they released it in 2025. What? So throughout this movie, it's characters talking at a computer desk, and it's this whole government conspiracy plot about the alien invasions. You don't see the aliens for half the movie. I mean, they're barely in it. You see them attacking the city, but you don't get to know much about the aliens. And when you do see them up close, the CGI is fucking terrible. It is the worst CG I have seen in ages. And not only that, the CG of Ice Cube sat in front of a green screen. It's so bad. Who was the compositor of this film? Who was the visual effects supervisor? Because my God, this movie looks cheaper than most student films. And I've seen quite a few student films. I used to be a film student myself. I'm not saying my work is amazing, but I could do something better than this. I mean, you know, with a bit of help on visual effects. I'm not the strongest on visual effects, but even the script, the visual effects, the story, the characters, the acting, everything is a disaster piece of absolute shit. This movie is a flat out disaster. It is a fucking mess from beginning to end, and I didn't even care about the story. Something to do with this thing called Goliath and some guy in the government. Clark Gregg from the Avengers. He's in this movie. He's sort of manipulating the whole situation and trying to make the government look better with global surveillance. The aliens want global surveillance or something. That's kind of the plot, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And then on the flip side of that, you've got Ice Cube and his character, and him and his son and his daughter. And there's this whole plot regarding his son being this secret kind of data hacker. Yeah, for some weird reason, his son is trying to hack the government. And then he gets his dad involved and his dad loses his job. And then together they're trying to overthrow the government, but also defeat the aliens. So there's just too much going on. And it's very hard to tell this kind of film when people are just sat in front of a screen. This concept of people sat in front of a screen talking on video calls only works for a short film, because you want to devote 90 minutes of my time to watching people on a call. I would rather just go on fucking StreamYard and have a live stream with my subscribers. That would be way more entertaining than this piece of shit. Like, all this film is like screen animations of a computer. That's how fucking lazy and boring this movie is. I'm sorry, I need to... and the acting, my God. Ice Cube is terrible in this film. I'm sorry. He's never been my favorite actor in the world, but he was always all right in certain comedies like Are We There Yet? And the Jump Street movies. But here he's playing a serious character who's also a father, and certain lines come off as very cheesy, like when he's being dragged by the alien at the end of the movie and he's like, I love you guys. He puts the USB device in the port. I laughed my ass off. I thought that was so funny. That was almost as bad as the "you think you're tough, you fucking nods" from Winnie the Pooh. Oh my God. I can't remember any more of his lines, but there was a few other times when I did unintentionally laugh. Yeah, I have a hard time finding Ice Cube convincing in a dramatic role. It's a bit like Jack Black in King Kong. Some people found him unconvincing in a dramatic role. I thought actually that was good and that worked, but in this case, I just don't think Ice Cube has the weight to sort of carry this. And other cast members, Iman Benson as Faith, his daughter. Yeah, she's terrible as well. She tries her best to be dramatic with the material, but I just didn't care for her character. And she's also pregnant as well, and that doesn't really go anywhere. Henry Hunterhill as David, or Dave, who's quite involved in the story. Another boring character. The writing is so bad for this film. Not one single character is developed well enough. Despite the fact they tried to develop a sort of family dynamic with people on the screen. I'm not really feeling the impact here. And Eva Longoria as Sandra, who's a NASA scientist as well. Again, boring. That's all I can say about this movie, is that it's fucking boring. And my goodness me, is there anything I like about it? Clark Gregg was good, but yeah, that's it. And Rich Lee as a director. I'm sorry, I don't know much about this guy. I heard he directed music videos. Maybe this was too ambitious for him to do. Maybe this situation of filming was awkward, and that's fair enough, you know, but no shoot is ever going to be stable. But if this was filmed during the lockdown, you still could have filmed outside with distancing. You didn't have to keep it fully inside on the computer, that to me is that whole creative decision just sets the movie up to fail, because how are you supposed to care about an alien invasion movie with a guy sat on his computer the whole time? It does not work. It's immediately going to drag your film down. Even at 90 minutes, this movie feels too long. The pacing feels way too slow, way too long, and there's just not enough plot. There's not enough to grip me. I mean, the stuff about global surveillance could be interesting, but I just don't think it is. Like, you either want to tell one thing or the other. You want to tell a story about family, then you want to tell a story about global surveillance, then you want to have aliens. And how is it you can have this film where there's so much going on and yet nothing happens? I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. H.G. Wells would be spinning in his grave. But if there's one thing I can say, it makes the 2005 film look better. So, well done. This movie is so fucking bad. It could be the worst of the year. I mean, I would beg to differ to find anything else this bad. I mean, the whole fucking film could have been recorded on Zoom, for all I know. This movie is an insult to the film industry, and it is really one of the worst movies I've seen in quite some time, just because of how boring it is. I mean, if it was less boring, it could have just been harmless. It could have been bad, but sort of watchable. But it's not even watchable, because how are you supposed to be gripped by any of this? Any of this. Even the acting, the directing, the CGI, it's all bad. You know, Clark Gregg could be the only person I'd watch in this film, but his role is essentially a glorified cameo. There's nothing else to it. I'm going to finish up by rating this movie minus 3,126,000 out of 10.
If you want to do your thing, stay true and don't you bend. There are kings and queens within. You got to lose before you.
This movie, dang, so bad. So have you seen this movie? What do you think about it? Please comment down below. Let me know. And I want to give a shout out to Ross, the movie reviewer, for he was sort of half watching this film with me. I was messaging him at the time when I was watching this on Amazon. So thank you, Ross, for suffering the pain with me. And yeah, I will be back to review Wake Up Dead Man, the new Knives Out film. Then I will probably be finishing up for the year, and I will do my list of top 5 best and top 5 worst movies of 2025 as we head into the new year. So thank you very much all for watching, and as always, I'm Pajax Perspective. See ya. Bye for now.